This weekend, it kind of dawned on me how much less I invite people to church ever since I converted to be Catholic versus when I wasn't. It seems as though when I went to my non denominational church, which would be considered a mega church, it was really easy to invite people. It was like, hey, yeah, come hang out. Like, let's listen to some music, listen to a good message. We'll get a little revved up. Let's get some coffee afterwards. And it was this huge, kind of more of an ordeal of entertainment than an actual. I don't know. I mean, there was an emotional connection that was felt with God, but it was more revolved around the temporary, how am I feeling? Whereas now that I'm Catholic, and I go to mass, it's the stand, sit. When the priest stands, we stand, and then we kneel, and then this happens, and it's very regimented. It's very traditional. And when I was looking in the concordance for invited, and it brought up the marriage feast, and it brought up how so the marriage feast, it's this joy, this celebration of what we have that's available to us. And at the altar, where the body and blood is present, the marriage feast is. That's what that is. There's the present and there's the liturgical. The present is the actual availability now, and the liturgical is more the full fulfillment after Christ returns. But so when we talk about inviting people to come to church, it's difficult for me because it's basically like, okay, yeah, sure, come check out Mass. You can't take communion though. Like, you can go up and cross yourself and get a blessing, and I have to do that when I'm in grave sin because that's the only time I can receive the Eucharist is if I'm in a state of grace. But as far as inviting people to come, I feel like it's a little outside of my comfort zone, and it's something that I've kind of been thinking about a bit this weekend, just in reaching out and understanding that it's up to me, it's up to us as Catholics to invite people to come. And I know that there's a whole new evangelization, and 2/3 of the Christians that are in the US right now are actually fallen away Catholics, which means they are only one confession away from rejoining the church. We have so much at our fingertips right now. If we really start talking and really start letting people ask the questions and listening and understanding where they're coming from with their perspectives, that's where we get in. That's where, you develop a relationship with somebody and you go forward, and friendships ensue in all types of different ways, and it's up to us to not block all of those out with an initial, oh, hey, you don't believe what I believe? Well, I'm going to go over here then. It doesn't work that way. And we have to work as Catholics, as Christians, as people who are called to love everyone, to know that it's up to us to invite everybody to that marriage feast, to that marriage banquet that is the altar, that is in the Mass. And it's on us. It's up to us to do it. And I don't know, maybe a personal conviction, so I'm a little more fired up about it. But I truly feel that that's something that we need to do. And the new evangelization is probably something I'll listen to. I have not done it yet. I believe it's by Fulton Sheen. Ooh, if I'm not mistaken, I might be misspeaking. But I do know that the new evangelization is a real deal, and I've heard only good things. So I actually think I own it. So if you don't, you should too. And then we can all just grow together and see how it ends up working out in the long run. So happy Sunday. Glad to be here and in Kalamazoo again. So I'll see you guys again next week. And I'll look forward to kind of chatting a little bit in the comments about how you invite people to Mass and how exactly you feel about it, since, cradle Catholics, you're a little different than me. So I'll look forward to chatting with you then. Have a great day.